We had both worked in dental for many years, in fact, combined close to 60 years. And having been in many different aspects of dental, we kind of looked at the world of transitions as the opportunity to kind of reach the ultimate of taking care of dentists, helping them to achieve the next stage, possibly the final stage of their career.
Yeah, that well said. And for me, having been in a lot of different roles in dentistry, anywhere from lab work, making crown and bridge, all the way into consulting, training, software, and business management. I just really felt like I had a good, well-rounded understanding, and I had a lot to offer. And together, with our backgrounds, we could just really serve our clients really, really well.
Yeah, I think that the combined knowledge of, from my side, interacting with people, the business of dentistry, Sheryl's side from operations, right, taking care of day-to-day business, together, us as a team working, we both work on each project, so each transition, we're both on each of those. And that power together is really kind of unparalleled. We're looking at the specific terms, like we're getting into the details, not just the monetary level, which is important, of course, but how are they going to be treated post-sale, right? What's their compensation going to be? What's the exit strategy after that, right? There's a lot of different components. It's quite nuanced, in fact. So we dig into each one of those details and then compare them and ultimately matching it to the client's needs and desires. That's the driving force. What can we find that's going to connect and fulfill that dentist, that seller, in the next period of time, 2, 3, 5 years of their career?
Really important for us is to make sure that we have good, open communication, that we're accessible, that we're listening to the things that are important to them, and that we address the needs and desires. I pride myself, and as does Todd, I think, to really make sure that if there's a request that's coming via text or email or phone call, that's returned promptly, that we are explaining the steps so it's not a mystery. For us, it's what we do every day. But for the client, it's pretty much a once-in-a-lifetime situation, and they don't know. So we work really hard to give them an understanding of what's next, what to expect, how to act, and how to be prompted, what to maybe say during a visit. Todd is at every showing when we have isolated and found a potential buyer and they go for a visit. He's there and he helps the seller understand kind of how to act and what to talk about, and so it's important to us.
It was a complete fulfillment, right? I mean, we worked, as we still do,
yes,
hand in hand with the seller through the entire process, step by step, him and his wife.
Yes.
Which just added to the fun, really. And to get it over many different hurdles and through many different nuances and turns and twists to that final meeting where it's closed, if you would, bringing the champagne, celebrating. It was nothing short of absolute fulfillment. It was fantastic.
And to add to that, one of the things, as it was our first deal, and even today sometimes, this is as a group of DDSmatch, we have a plethora of resources to be able to draw from with wide different opportunities to talk about, hey, we have this situation that we haven't necessarily seen before, have you, because of our call every Monday, and we talk about that. So we feel that no deal is outside of our scope because of the resources that we have internally and between ourselves.
I think it's a number of steps that we take the client through. From the very beginning of understanding what is it that they're after, what is their desires, what are their goals, on through the process of how we're going to achieve those. The ultimate, I think, result, the ultimate is that it allows us to be detailed, intimate, close with the client to the point where we can take good control of the process and move it through to the end with a pattern, with a system. The seller understands the steps that are going to take place, and so they're not surprised by it. But it allows, not just bringing a potential buyer and saying, here you go, good luck, and lawyer, here you go, we'll see you at the closing table. We're with that client every step of the way, holding their hand. And that trusted transition process is the core of that. It's the bones behind it.
Yeah, and I think to add to that also is that it allows us to be consistent. It doesn't. We don't have to wonder where are we at? What do we need to do? It also instructs us in that making sure that we do each thing as we have outlined for our client that's going to take place. And it's really kind of a checks and balance, and it allows it to just be more concentrated on the client instead of, oh, did we miss this or did we miss that or what have you.
You know what, that makes me think I'm going to add to that. Because this, like Sheryl said, this is for us a day-to-day world. For a seller, they have no clue as to what to expect. So this gives them some understanding as what is this process going to look like, right? It gives them some expectation as to what they're going to see and the path that we're going to travel on. Well, there's a number of reasons. One is that we are a full service transition broker, if you would. We're transition specialists. We take the client from the very beginning through the entire process, and we're with them every step of the way. In addition to that, most brokers have 30, 40 listings that they're running around trying to manage themselves. Sheryl and I work as a team. We work together on each one of the transitions that we take on. And we put a limit as to how many we're going to take on, because we know that we have just so much bandwidth, as does anybody. And that at a certain point, if we have too many, we're not going to be able to deliver the service and the care that we want to each one of our clients. That's a big differentiator for us. But as a whole, DDSmatch, we're professional, we're confidential, we use technology in a really strong way, which appeals to the younger dentist who is often the buyer. We take each step of the process seriously, and we're involved through the whole process as well.
And to add to that too, on the DDSmatch side, we have a really wide reach. We have the ability to have a national website that buyers can draw from. It's not just, hey, here's my regional or local website, and I've got a few listings, but I'm having a hard time finding a buyer. I mean, buyers are, at least for us, plentiful. And they have the opportunity through, as Todd mentioned, a really high-level technology to sort for areas that they want to start their practice in and that they want to grow a business in. And we have the resources to be able to do that. Even just today, I got an email from a notification from the website saying this person updated the profile, and now they're looking in Connecticut and Vermont and Virginia. And so now they're going to be part of our area, and they're from, I don't remember, California. So that's beautiful that we have that resource.
Yeah, that combination of local, heavy, strong local presence tied to a national reach is super powerful.